What's up guys, XM360 here, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing what many people refer to as the PET laser pointer, and this one's going to be a red laser pointer. It's 650 nanometers, and I know a lot of you have seen this. This is one of the most common laser pointers out there. You can even find it in some grocery stores because people will often use this laser with their cats, and I know this is like the cheapest, lowest quality laser pointer that's like out there on the market. I picked this up for only $1.50 at a flea market, but I really felt that because I do so many laser pointer reviews on YouTube, I felt that I had an obligation to review even this one, even though it's so cheap and these often break and people do have to replace them. And I also kind of wanted to review it because this was the first laser pointer I had as a kid. I had a bunch of these little laser pointers and they looked exactly like this. And for a lot of kids, this is the first laser you get because it's so weak and it's a lot safer than some of the higher powered laser pointers. Now you'll see it comes with 3 little batteries and it comes with 4 little interchangeable tips, and there's a tip on it, and it's got a keychain so you could attach it to a set of keys. So these lasers are mass produced in China, and they go under a couple different brand names, but they'll usually come in this little case with the yellow foam and the clear little top to the case. And the laser itself takes 3 batteries, and they're LR44 batteries. They're little batteries that you could probably put into some watches and clocks. And taking a look here, the label has just some information that says don't aim it at anybody's eyes, don't ever point it at a person or pet. I mean, you could point it at the ground and have your pet chase it around, but you shouldn't actually point it at your pet because you could hit them in the eyes by accident. And it also says that the diode is 650 nanometers, which is the red color. And to actually change out those little caps, you would just unscrew it from the top. That's pretty simple, and those are metal, but they're extremely thin metal. If you stepped on one, you'd probably crush it and it would be unusable, so those aren't the highest quality. And then to actually put in the batteries, you just unscrew the bottom part here, and I don't know really what end of these batteries is the positive end and which is the negative, but you insert them just like this. And it does take 3 of these batteries, and these batteries aren't like the most common batteries. You'll probably have to go to some place like a supermarket or a Walmart that has like an extended battery section. I don't think a convenience store would normally carry these batteries, but they do last a good amount of time. I don't really have a time frame to tell you. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of information on how long these last. It all depends on how long you use the laser and how frequently you use it. But once you have the batteries inserted, you should be able to turn on the laser and you'll see a little tiny red dot. Definitely not the brightest red dot. You won't be able to see the beam whatsoever, even at nighttime. But you can definitely see that red dot, and you can have your pets chase that around, and that's why they call this the PET laser. Now, you saw on that safety label that they said this was less than 5 milliwatts, and I've heard some other people say that it's even less than 1 milliwatt. I'm going to test that with my LPM later on. But before I do that, I'm going to show you guys what those 4 star caps look like. So the first one is a snowman, and you can see there's a lot of light spread here. It definitely does not look good at all. The second one is a circle with a dot in the middle, and this one's probably one of the better looking ones out of the 4. The third one is going to be a star with a dot in the middle, and the fourth one is kind of a little interesting. It's the word happy with feet below it, so it's supposed to be happy feet. And these definitely don't look very good. You do have to kind of like hold it at just the right distance to be able to see what it actually is, and even then it's very, very blurry and there's a lot of light spread. So I kind of find these little caps to be useless, and I don't really use the extra caps. And one other thing I wanted to show you guys right here is that you can make the beam visible with smoke. I'm using a hookah pen right now, and you can just slightly see the beam, but that's pretty much the only time you will be able to see the beam. You can't normally see it during day or nighttime. And testing it out with my LPM here, I have a Laserbeat A LPM, and I might fast forward through this just because it might take about 30 seconds to get a final reading. So after about 30 seconds, I kind of averaged it out at 2 to 3 milliwatts, which is right inside the ballpark of what I expected, in between 1 milliwatt and 5 milliwatts. Definitely very low power, and I don't want to be the one to say it's 100% pet safe, but you know, I really don't think it's going to harm your pets if you have it on the ground and they chase it around. It's only if you made direct eye contact, or if this reflected off something to make direct eye contact with anybody's eyes or any animal's eyes, that you might have some issues. But just looking at the dot, I think you should be good. And I'm going to kind of move to my reviewing aspect of this now. Definitely the lowest quality laser pointer I've owned and I've ever used, but at the same time it's the lowest cost laser pointer. $1.50 for this one, and I'll probably have some links for you guys down below where it'll only cost like below $5. It's the cheapest, so I mean, being the cheapest laser pointer out there, you have to kind of expect it's going to be the lowest quality. And even though it's so low quality and these don't last very long and they're very fragile, at the same time I do think they're very good beginner laser pointers. And as a kid, it was a good laser pointer for me. It wasn't too strong. I wasn't able to really hurt anybody with this, and it kind of taught me laser safety before I had a real laser pointer. And by a real laser pointer, I mean something like above 30 milliwatts. And with that said, I do have to list the major cons with this. Those extra lens caps are kind of useless. The beam on it was slightly crooked. The little clear plastic top to the case, it doesn't like snap in place or anything, so it kind of just falls off. You do have to kind of tape it on if you want it to actually stay with the case. And I mean, it's low quality. That has to be understood when you buy this. You can't go into this expecting something good because you are paying less than $5, so what you are getting is going to be low quality. But I mean, for the price, I think it's okay, and I'm kind of indifferent on this one. I don't think poorly of it, and I don't think highly of it either. I think it's a good pet laser pointer, and I think it's a good training laser pointer for kids. And you could use it for presentations too, although it's a bit dim. In a well-lit room, you might not be able to see it too good. So with that being said, I hope you guys found this review helpful. If you did, hit the like button down below, and I'll have some links down below on where you guys can buy this for yourself. And as always, guys, thank you for watching from XM360.